Hi guys, hope everybody's doing okay and enjoying this weather. Well, what good weather we've got. We're enjoying it, and thanks for liking and subscribing to my channel. It's growing from strength to strength. Anyway, on to this. You've seen it before on my channel, the Arrma Gorgon. I've had it for about 3 or 4 months now, and for the last 2 or 3 months I haven't used it. I sort of got a bit lost interest in it a bit, because it runs on a nickel metal hydride battery, 8.4 volt, but it's still very slow. And with a fully charged battery, within about a minute it starts to lose the power already. And I thought, well, I've seen them online doing it, seen a lot of people doing it, changing it over to a Lipo. Some people have gone way over the top, 6S and stuff like that. But I thought, well, I wonder if I can convert this one, because I was losing interest. I'll be honest with you, I almost sold it once at our local bring and buy, which is up here at the field, our flying field. Well, I thought, no, I'll keep it. And I thought, well, hang on a minute, I've got a spare brushless setup that I bought to put in a lunchbox. It actually went into that green Blitzer Beetle build. I then took it from there, put it in a lunchbox, the black one, and it's gone around, and it's actually been sitting in my spares box for a while. So I thought, I wonder if I can get it into this. And I'll take the top off because it's all done. It's had a test run, very fast. That will explain the it's very fast, and that will explain the add-on, the wheelie bar. So there it is. Now, this brushless system, you'll see it in one of my previous videos for the Blitzer Beetle. It's an Arrma brushless ESC and the motor. And believe it or not, to get it to fit, if I show you, the brush motor is quite a lot longer than this motor. It's probably another 10 mil longer. To get this to fit, all I had to do, if you see there, is cut a bit of plastic so that the 3 wires from the motor, there was clearance for them. That bit of wear there, that's from a different truck it was in. That's not to do with this. Well, all I've had to done literally is to cut a bit of plastic out so that you could get the motor fully in that way, so that the pinion would then mesh up with the gear wheel. That's literally all I've had to do. The motor mounts, the wheels, sorry, not the wheels, the 2 screws for the motor went in the original holes and everything. I'll take this cover off in a minute and show you. But that's literally all I've had to do. Apart from one other thing, apart from cutting a piece of plastic out with my Dremel, the only other thing I've had to do was swap the pinion gear around, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll take the cover off, I'll pause this, and I've had to put my own receiver in, because the standard brush setup, the ESC, is an ESC and combined receiver. I'll pause it a minute and get that cover off and just show you what I mean about the pinion gear. So yeah, there you are. That's with the cover off. This is the cover I've taken off. That's the slipper clutch there. I thought it was the diff housing, but it's not. That's a slipper clutch, and the diff is actually in there somewhere. But the only other thing, apart from cutting the piece of plastic off and receiver, the only other thing I've had to do is, if I can show you, if it will zoom in enough, the pinion gear, that's the standard Arrma pinion gear, but on a standard setup it's around the other way. So if I can explain it, the flat smooth end with the grub screw in is this side, and the teeth are on the other side. So all I had to do was, I thought I was going to have to get a different pinion, but all I had to do was take the standard one, swap it around and put it on grub screw side first. And I've got it just, if you ever get this set up, I'll put the link for this ESC and motor in the description. So if you want to do it, you can get exactly the same one, and there's literally hardly anything to do, hardly any modifications. But I put the pinion gear on, and it's literally, the face of it is level with the shaft, and it fits on the shaft of the brush motor, no problem. And here's your two screws, and you know all about your mesh, you get the mesh right, but you know, it all goes on perfectly well. I'll put that back in. That does come off. This bit does come off. Slightly different arrangement I've not really seen before, but your slipper clutch is in there. That will come off if you undo those two screws, and you can take it off. Two bearings on there, but yeah, just pop back in there. There it is. Like that. I'll put the screws on a second and be right back with you. Correction, you don't need to undo those screws on the cover to take that off. That's not actually screwed onto it, so you can put that back in. You can see the mesh, so they're both aligned, you know, one isn't overlapping the other one. And then you got the cover, which is, it's holding that, like, it's almost like a well, it is actually, it's the bearing housing it's holding there, so that it goes onto the bearing there, so it holds the bearing all in place. So it should just pop on, hopefully. There it is. So right, I'll screw that back on a second. There it is. So all back together. So yeah, really easy modification. I'll put the link for the ESC and the motor in my in the description for this video. And one other slight modification I would say, because I'm running on a 3S now. I'm using one of these. This is one of my plain batteries because I haven't got very many at the moment, but because I'm running it on a 3 cell, 11.1 volts, it's turned into a wheelie machine. So I would highly recommend this wheelie bar. It works very well. You will see on my Instagram page, Frogger RC, that it will literally go vertical. But yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can get the that's an Arrma wheelie bar. Look up the part number and you'll see it there. There you are. It's starting to rain now. I'm going to do a running video in a minute if I can. It's never very easy doing a running video with a fast truck, as trying to get it in shot is everything. But yeah, anyway, cheers for that, and glad you like it. Arrma Gorgon, what am I saying? Arrma Gorgon on 3S power, turned into a monster. Cheers.